All right, so ladies and gentlemen, here's the assignment and how we're going to be doing it for today. First step you need to do is to get both sheets of paper. So one is your isometric, which is the weird one with all kinds of lines, and then you need to have the worksheet part of it. So it's got 1 to 12 of just random shapes. Ours are laminated, this one's not, because. Okay, so we can put this piece to the side and we're going to focus on this one right here for right now. So what you're going to do is take this piece of paper and we're going to fold it so that we know where to draw. We're first going to taco the piece of paper. So just directly in half. Next, we're going to fold the paper to approximately 1/3. So when you fold it, it takes up 2/3 of the piece of paper. Then you're going to take the second line and fold it right over top. It does not have to be perfect like mine isn't, but just has to be close. Okay, next step, unfold it all and label, as our paper is double-sided, all the boxes 1 to 12. There's step one. All right, our next step is to basically set ourselves up. So the first thing I'm going to say you should do is pick what's called a reference point. So I'm going to pick this corner right here, and I'm just going to circle it, and put a little dot, and you'll understand why this is important later. And then instead of having to do everything broken up, because you're going to be drawing all these to an exact measurement, we're actually going to lay out and count all our dimensions in advance. So starting from the reference point, we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we know this is 6. And the nice thing about using isometric paper is if these lines are following the pattern or the grid, if these two lines are straight, this is also 6. These two lines are also straight, so 6. Next, we see this flying V. I'm going to count up and to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Again, using the isometric grid rule. These are straight. These are straight. This is going to be 9 as well. And then we can count all over, but this box only actually has 2 measurements, and that is 6 and 9. So I'm just going to label the rest of these, and that should set you up for the next stage of this assignment. At this point, you have a piece of paper with 12 boxes labeled 1 to 12, and you have a rough idea of the count with the reference sheets as ours are laminated. Please don't wreck them. But anyway, so how this is going to go next is on the previous, when we did the count, you put down what I called a reference point. So we are going to put the same reference point, well, not the same, but you get the idea, reference point on this piece of paper so we can do the count. So as we know, the bottom of that reference point is at the bottom, and here's the line right here, and about 1/3 from the right hand side. So I'm not going to put the dot right at the bottom because I want it to, not be right at the bottom, somewhat in the middle. Doesn't have to be exact, but I'm going to put the reference dot right here on what would be your drawing. Now, I'm actually going to get rid of this piece of paper because I want it to be a little easier for you guys and gals to see. And I'm going to put a reference dot, which is the exact same idea, right here. Now, the first step I'm going to do is I'm going to go up. And as our count before showed, that is up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For those like me who can draw a straight line, I am going to be using a ruler so that it'll look nice and neat. Okay, we've got our straight line there, and we're going to go up to the side next, right? Because we had those 2 bottom lines, the flying V. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to use my ruler right here. Then I'm going to go over 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take my ruler right here, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. Next, what I'm going to do is go up on these 2 corners, and those are up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, I'm going to use my ruler to make those lines straight. You can freehand it with this assignment. I just, in this case, wanted it to look nice and clean and also show you that you don't need to have any talent in this particular case to do the assignment. And now the last part here is I'm going to count over 6 from this side. You can count 9 from here, but I'm going to do it the least amount of count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have the final line required, because the last part of the assignment is just to take these lines and we're going to take the ruler and connect the final lines. And there is number 1 done. All right, the next one we're going to be working on is number 3, as this one has a cutout which seems to mess with a few people. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the reference point again, but it's not in the same place. And just like number 1, I'm going to go up. This time instead of 6 though, and because I did my count earlier, and you can see number 3 in the corner, up 3. 1, 2, 3. Again, we're going to use the ruler right here. And I'm going to be doing this line next, which is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want you to notice how I'm doing this assignment. I'm just picking one line at a time. And that's pretty much all you have to do for this assignment. The big thing is if you look at the grid and the grid paper on the assignments, I'm just following the same pattern over and over. Okay, now I've stopped saying the count because in reality, you guys are highly capable and able to do that yourselves. And I just am going to finish up this drawing right now, and then I will show you the finished results. And there's number 3 done. For the final bit of this assignment, and just to give you guys a little bit more help there, is we're going to look at number 6, as number 6 has something that all the others don't, which is a diagonal line. Now, if somebody asks me, hey, how many boxes is that diagonal? No clue. Well, here's the trick. As you can see here, I've already drawn everything from number 10 without the diagonal line, because the only thing we need for the diagonal line is the start and end point. Okay, so once we have the start and end point, it's just a matter of connecting the dots. Nice and easy, just like that. There's perfect for number 6. Now, in regards to circles, you can use the templates for those to make sure those are perfect. And if your diagonal line appears somewhere where you can't just, from the corner draw up here, you have to remember, you could, with this assignment, all the points are predetermined spacing. So if, for example, if I wanted to find here to here without drawing all this, I could go count, so this line, and I do this on the sheet, is up. So here's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 up. And then we have 1, 2, 3 over. And you can do this with the other ones, such as number 10, which does not have an easy point to draw for. All right, that is your tutorial for today. Good luck and enjoy.